You've been a lifelong journalist. Congratulations. Thank you. You get an automatic place in heaven, I think. But you don't get an automatic retirement now, do we? And I want to set the context here because we're not just talking about media people, in the bubble, but this affects all of us because we all learn about the sport and we connect with each other by hearing the stories. Without that, we're going to still have a good time. We're going to go out there, we're going to run, we're going to do what we do all the time, no matter what anyway. But look at how ultra running in particular has this culture, has this community that people want to preserve. How did this culture form? From hearing the stories. Scott Jurek famously, at least to me, after all of his wins, which will never be repeated again, no one else is going to win it 7 times, every time he went and cheered the last person across the finish line. I wasn't there, but I know that because I read it.
Yeah.
And so I just like to put a fine point and take a look at this and bring that context to all our listeners.
As far as the sport journalism goes, we're talking about, I mean, at the same time that the NBA and NFL and hockey, all these things are blowing up, there's tons of media, more coverage than ever before. I think a lot of our special interest niche media is been consolidated, and I think there's a couple things to say about that. One is that, I'm not a business guy. I think if you listen to the podcast that Robin from Outside has been on, it's clear that there's a concept where you take maturing businesses and you roll them up into a bigger play and consolidate them. I can't speak to that. I think that we've seen it happen in running stores. We've seen it happen in bike shops and different things like that. I think that when something like print media,
we've seen it in races.
We have
UTMB famously now they're over 50 now, by the way.
But if you see print media, the business model was mostly gone for print media because marketing directors for companies weren't buying ads in print magazines. They wanted to see results that were digital, whether it was full of bots and things or not. It was something you could track. They were analytics, right? You can't do that with print media other than say, oh, we distributed 35,000 of those, right? And so I think we're at a time when I don't think print media is dead. There's still some very good print media, including the Adventure Journal, which Steve Casimiro produces.
Ultra Running Magazine.
Like the Wind out of the UK. So I think print is possible, just a different business model. And each of those has a different business model.
Because we still need to hear these core stories.
Sure.
And the readers kind of want to hear them being spoken to rather than it being an REI type one-stop shopping supermarket.
But it's not that there's not those stories being told. We're hearing those stories in different ways, right?